child just died in Zambia. And well, I find it hard to care. It's not that I don't want to, I'm not heartless or ignorant. It's just that I've heard it a million times. Give £10, £5, £1. It's because we don't see them. Not really. But let me introduce you to Gift Junior.
He is the cutest child I've ever met. He is his father's pride and joy.
But when Gift Junior fell desperately ill, it hit hard. Now when I hear that, I care. It's someone's Gift Junior. And this is why we do what we do. Why we put all our time into our 14 projects, empowering the people who need us the most, at home and internationally. Because we've had the privilege of seeing people like Gift Junior and being able to save their lives. This is why.
To achieve this, our projects follow a simple model: implementation, expansion, and independence. Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3. A model based on years of experience that ensures our portfolio always has projects moving through each stage. And this is for sustainability. Sustainability that ensures our projects don't need us forever, but they will grow and thrive independently. So we will begin with a project that has reached independence, to show you the level of sustainability that all our projects aim to reach. But first, a crisp packet. A crisp packet that you'll find littering the streets of your home city and filling up landfill sites. But what if I told you that instead of damaging the environment, this year crisp packets have protected the lives of 576 homeless people, whilst at the same time saving 68 tonnes of CO2. By utilising the paper-thin layers of polypropylene that surround the crisp packet, we discovered that we could create a life-saving relief blanket that was 2 times warmer and 3 times stronger than traditional relief blankets, the first of its kind in the world. 4 years ago, we began the project here in La Paz, Bolivia, and it was here that we met Maria Rosa, a generous, inspiring woman who lived below the poverty line. And we also saw this. We see it at home, but it just can't prepare you for seeing the sheer number of homeless people in La Paz, and it gets very cold. Hypothermia is a very real danger. So our needs assessment had identified poverty and homelessness, and we had invented the technology to make the relief blankets. So there it was. Blankets for Bolivia. In Stage 1, implementation, we empowered Maria Rosa and 15 other women in poverty to make these innovative relief blankets. Using entrepreneurial action, the women sold the relief blankets, whilst at the same time distributing others to the homeless. Once we were sure this business was sustainable, we moved on to Stage 2, expanding the project to improve the livelihoods of 51 more women across La Paz. And this year, we have successfully reached Stage 3, independence, empowering Maria Rosa and her team to run the business independently. This improves their livelihoods and allows them to support not only themselves and their families, but even the homeless on their streets. This is why we do what we do. Because this year we have saved over 36,000 crisp packets from landfill. Because this year we have saved 68 tonnes of CO2. Because this year we have protected the lives of 576 homeless people. And most importantly, because it's now an independent business that will continue for years to come. This is why.
I'm Emma, and I want to introduce you to H.O.P.E, one of our Stage 2 expansion projects, now in its 4th year. But before we get started, I want you to think what you could do with £60. Buy a camera, a new shirt, a tank of petrol, buy a slave. And you can. You can buy a slave. Human trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery, and even those who've been rescued have no long-term support. We've seen a woman sitting on the floor of a dark, empty, and freezing cold flat, and she had no idea how to turn on the electricity or heating. And once you've seen this kind of thing, you can't get it out of your head, you can't unsee it. We needed to give these women their futures back, and this is why we created H.O.P.E. So alongside our project partners, we did a needs assessment with the women and found a huge lack of basic and employability skills. So in Stage 1 of the project, we took entrepreneurial action and set up an environmentally sustainable jewellery enterprise with a one-on-one mentoring scheme. I'm paired with a woman named Anna, and we built our relationship through making jewellery like this, an environmentally sustainable bracelet with beads made from recycled paper. I taught Anna employability skills, empowering her to sell at craft fairs, to create a budget, and even pitch to retail stores. I measure and report her skills in this logbook. But even after all Anna's progress, our continuous needs assessment showed that she was still facing problems. Anna just couldn't find any work. I mean, can you imagine someone applying to you for a job with absolutely no work experience and no reference? I've seen her at her most vulnerable, but after working with her, I saw this confident and self-assured young woman. She'd come so far, and she had so much potential. I was not willing to let her journey stop there. So we expanded our project into stage 2 and became the employer she so desperately needed. Taking entrepreneurial action, we set up an economically sustainable cosmetics business, selling 3 products and providing Anna with the Sheffield living wage of £7.85 an hour. This makes us the only organisation in the UK which offers paid employment solely to survivors of human trafficking and abuse. And using the skills and experience she's gained through our project, Anna has been empowered to gain a permanent job as a shop assistant, improving her livelihood by earning enough money to support her family and even give her young son his first birthday party. And here she is, telling us what hope has meant for her.
It has helped me gain a little bit confidence in myself, how to do CV. If I'm looking for a job, I can show them and say that this experience helped me to get a job. It's helping me, knowing that tomorrow, when I finish here, I can do it, by myself. It's a blessing to us, It's not every other person that have that privilege. That's why I always look forward to, I'm really happy.
This year, we plan to use our profits to date to scale the model to safe houses across the UK, empowering many more women. And by 2017, hoping to reach stage 3, independence, empowering the women to take over the cosmetics business. An economically, environmentally, and socially sustainable project. This year, Hope's profits have increased by 510%, allowing us to work with 32 women like Anna, who can now all visualise a brighter future. But that's not where it ends. We promote awareness of human trafficking across the whole of the UK. This is Hope on the News. This is Prince William praising us for the work that we do. And this is the Prime Minister, David Cameron, thanking us on behalf of the whole country. And now I hope you understand why we do what we do.
And finally, our stage 1 flagship project, implemented just this year, Tapping Potential. 2,195 children die of diarrhea-related diseases in Africa every day. Look around you. That's double the number of people at the national competition every single day. This is Makuni in southern Zambia. 1 in 4 children in Makuni will contract diarrhea this year. But it's so simple to treat. You need clean water and soap to decrease exposure to diarrhea-related germs. And you need medicine for those who already have diarrhea. And that's it. Water, soap, and medicine. The entire community was involved in our needs assessment through interviews and surveys, and we collected primary and secondary data. And here, we met Gift. Gift is intelligent, motivated, and ambitious, and was sponsored through school, but still couldn't find employment. So we had a model: water, soap, and medicine. And we had identified 4 school leavers, including Gift, in need of skills and employment. So we had it. Tapping Potential. First, water. A total of £240 million has been spent by well-meaning organisations who drill boreholes, but then leave the community with no way to fix them if they break. We came across boreholes that have been left broken for 6 years, and this was the case across the community. Now, the common practice is just to drill new ones, but we took entrepreneurial action and instead fixed the boreholes at just 3% of the cost. We used Gift's contacts in the local community to arrange for an engineer to repair them and to train the school leavers on proper maintenance. But they still needed funds for these boreholes to be fixed if they broke again. So we utilised the business potential of the school leavers and set up a water enterprise, selling the water at a minimal, affordable price agreed by the entire community. At the most, just 2% of a household income per year. This means that £60 per month can go towards sustaining the boreholes, that the entrepreneurs can take their first ever wages, and we still have 10% of the money left over for another section of the project. And it's through the running of this water enterprise that we have saved enough CO2 to fly me around the world 76 times. This project has been so successful that our project partner has expanded our model to 2 more communities. This is one of 8 villages across Maclean gaining access to clean water for the first time in 2.5 years. Now over 20,000 people can drink clean water every single day.
But clean water isn't enough. With this alone, people in Maclean would still be dying from diarrhea. They need soap. So we provide 2 types of soap. And first, I'm going to tell you about community soap. Our needs assessment questionnaire for the community showed that the cheapest soap available costs £3. That's 20% of a household income. It is just too expensive. So we set up an economically sustainable soap enterprise and provide basic liquid soap to the communities at just 20p, with every single purchase measured and recorded by Gift and his team. But our needs assessment also identified a few communities who couldn't even afford the 20p. So we took entrepreneurial action and provided them with a sustainable source of free soap by setting up a brand new enterprise in the UK, empowering female ex-offenders to run their own soap business. And for every bar of soap sold in the UK, we donate 10 bottles of liquid soap to communities like this one, protecting their lives. And secondly, to ensure the economic sustainability of our project, we offer luxury soap, sold at a high profit margin to the tourist market. In the last month alone, Gift and the team have been empowered to secure contracts with 5 hotels, with orders amounting to 5,730 bars of luxury soap, more than enough to sustain the project. So, let me show you how we divide the profits. 20% goes back into repaying the microfinance loan, 70% to the entrepreneur's wages, and the final 10% goes to the final stage of the project. This means that Gift and the team have been empowered to improve their livelihoods by taking a wage of £25.50, well above the wage of most people in Maclean. And with continuing orders and the increase in hotels stocking us, our profits are set to increase by 82% within the next 6 months, enabling us to empower 7 more school leavers. But there's one more stage. Remember these children. We'd reduced the risk of them contracting diarrhea, but for those that did get it, we needed to stop it killing them. For this, they needed medicine. Now, rehydration sachets are essential to treating diarrhea, but when we arrived, the clinic hadn't received the donation to fund them for 5 months. Now, do you remember those 10% profits we told you about earlier? Well, this is where they come in, to fund a sustainable supply of medicine. Now, every single person in the community who needs a rehydration sachet does have access to one, for free. In fact, the Maclean Clinic has told us that diarrhea cases have reduced by 75% with not a single related death, meaning that our 10% profits can now also provide purifying chlorine to communities without boreholes, giving even more people access to clean water. And here's Gift speaking a little bit about what this project means to him.
Enactus has changed my life, given me a skill to run a business. Now, because I've got a wage of my own, I'm able to find food for my baby Gift. What they never had, what they could not afford, they have it now. You don't have to drink dirty water ever again. The medicine from Enactus has sent my babies to Boliva from Enactus Sheffeild for doing such a brilliant project to us.
And this project is only in stage 1. This year, we will move to stage 2, expansion. We've already had interest from multiple aid organisations to scale our revolutionary model across sub-Saharan Africa. And in preparation for stage 3, independence, we've begun training Gift and the team to take over the project, empowering them to save thousands more lives independently. And it all started with Gibb and the other members of the McCready community, who have been empowered to give over 20,000 people in their communities clean water, to give 3 communities access to soap, and to ensure that every single person in McCready who contracts diarrhoea can be treated for free. All of which may be the difference between life and death. It's a simple but revolutionary solution. Water, soap, and medicine. This is why we do what we do. To see this child receive the medicine that will save his life. Give him a chance to go to school, a chance to get a job, have a family, a chance to go home. This is why.
This is why we do what we do.
Why we spent 29,500 hours supporting the people who need us most.
Why we've invested over £68,000 into combating the hardest needs locally and saving lives internationally.
We do it for the 597 people directly impacted all around the world.
We do it for the 22,105 people whose lives have been improved.
This is why.